Zimbabwe's political landscape is a battlefield. The fight? Democracy. The weapon? Hope. And leading the charge? Nelson Chamisa.
This is a man who stared down a brutal regime, a man who dared to dream of a better Zimbabwe. Chamisa's journey hasn't been easy. He's faced rigged elections, violent crackdowns, and constant attempts to silence him. Yet he persists. He rallies. He represents the unwavering spirit of a people desperate for change. The summit itself was a strange dance. On the surface, it promised dialogue, a chance for reconciliation. But beneath the veneer of diplomacy, tensions simmered. The presence of Mwanzora, Chabangu and Maduku added another layer of intrigue.
Mwanzora, once a close ally of Morgan Tsvangirai, now leads a faction of the opposition, a shadow of its former self. His presence at the summit, some argue, legitimized a government accused of human rights abuses.
Chabangu, a former student leader, once embodied the fiery spirit of youth resistance. Now, his influence wanes, his voice lost in the cacophony of Zimbabwean politics.
Maduku, a constitutional lawyer, has long advocated for democratic reforms. Yet, his participation in the summit raised eyebrows, with some questioning his commitment to genuine change.
Their attendance, once a symbol of a united opposition, now highlighted its fragmentation, a stark reminder of the challenges Chamisa faces.
Political analyst Rejoice Ngwenya offered a scathing critique of the summit and its attendees. This isn't about dialogue, she argued. It's about survival. These men are clinging to relevance, hoping for a seat at a table where the menu is rigged.
Her words resonated with many Zimbabweans weary of empty promises and political maneuvering. The summit, for them, was a stage-managed affair, a distraction from the real issues plaguing the nation.
Other analysts were more measured in their assessment. They acknowledged the limitations of the summit while emphasizing the importance of keeping channels of communication open. It's a small step, one expert noted, but in Zimbabwe's current climate, even small steps can be significant.
Yet the question remained, was the summit a genuine attempt at progress or a cynical ploy by the ruling party to consolidate its power? The answer, like most things in Zimbabwean politics, was far from clear. Section 4, Fortress Harare, a city on edge. The summit took place against a backdrop of heightened security. Harare, the capital city, resembled a fortress. Armed soldiers patrolled the streets. Checkpoints sprouted like mushrooms after a rain shower. The message was clear. Dissent would not be tolerated. Ordinary Zimbabweans went about their lives with a mixture of resignation and defiance. They had seen this before, this tightening grip of authoritarianism. But beneath the surface, anger simmered. The economic crisis deepened, and the government's response was more repression. The summit, for many, was a stark reminder of the challenges they faced. It was a reminder that the fight for democracy was far from over. Section 5, The Weight of Hope. Can Chamisa deliver? Nelson Chamisa carries the weight of a nation's hope on his shoulders. He is the face of the opposition, the symbol of a desire for a better tomorrow. But the road ahead is fraught with peril. The ruling party, despite its internal divisions, remains firmly in control. The security forces loyal to the regime are ever present. And the international community, while vocal in its condemnation of human rights abuses, seems unwilling to take concrete action.
Yet I remain undeterred. I will continue to rally my supporters, to speak truth to power, to offer a vision of a Zimbabwe free from oppression and corruption.
Whether he can succeed remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the fight for democracy in Zimbabwe is far from over.